Hello and welcome to me going through some Paul McCartney 12 inches. And you can honestly say I'm doing some very appalling videos lately. Ah ha ha ha. But anyway, first up we've got the 12 inch to Take It Away. Don't know what's in that cup of tea, but it looks like it must be herbal. But this is one of those ones where you don't actually get, it's a 12-inch single, but you're not actually getting an extended version. You're just getting like an extra track or something like that. That's where your 12-inch single becomes more like an EP or something. But with this one, there's a bit of a bonus. Ta-da! I must admit it looks very strange from this perspective. I'd hate to know what it looks like from there. Oh yeah, it's like, So as you can see, this is see-through, and gosh, I hope I don't have a disaster with this. The good thing about this is, unlike some of the picture discs that I've gotten over the years, there's no browning. That's the worst part about some of the picture discs. You get that browning where you can't see the picture anymore. But yeah, so this is a nice kind of, I suppose depending on the light, doesn't it? Look, it's all completely see-through. But I suppose it's like yellow or, you know, whatever colour. I'm asking for this to be broken, aren't I? Oh, what's in here? I think we've got another example of me going through these singles and finding something that I either wasn't aware was in there or had forgotten was in there because it's been so long since I've gone through some of these. But anyway, it appears to be Japanese. So there we go. Must be a Japanese copy. Yeah, it is too. Looking at the... Oh, especially where it says made in Japan. I did that on not the first time I've done something like that, is it? And it won't be the last. Oh, I really probably should explore these a bit more, shouldn't I? There could be anything in some of these. Yeah. But yes, Paul doing a bit of celebrity posing here too, with Eric Stewart and George Martin and Ringo and more Ringo. And next up is Ebony and Ivory, where you've got the ebony there and the ivory there. And I'm not quite sure why Paul's standing there looking kind of smug. It's a bit sort of, not a huge fan of that photo, to be honest. Stevie's just looking like Stevie. The thing with this one is, again, you don't have an extended version, but you've got the solo version. So effectively Paul doing the, being both ebony and ivory. Oh. If it was Stevie, it would be on Motown, wouldn't it? That could be interesting. I wonder if Stevie did do a version. And next up are the travelling salesmen themselves, Macca and Michael. There we are, having a bit of a so. And in this one, it actually is an extended version. Well, you can be all karaoke on it if you like. There's an instrumental version. They decided to throw this track to good old Jellybean, who didn't do Madonna. Yeah, from Michael Jackson to Madonna, hey? Not quite sure what they were thinking with that cover, though. Looks like that was done by that technology where you take a photo and kind of make it into a cartoon. But the other side there almost kind of shows you've got there's Paul being outgoing and stuff, and it could just to me it just like Paul's being outgoing, and there's Michael just clearly looking shy and everything like that. Obviously that was before he bought Paul's songs. And next up is the extended version to No More Lonely Nights. No More Lonely Nights. If you look at a certain pressing of the label, some of the ones in England were No More Lonely Nights, Lonley. Obviously, whoever the proofreader was for that particular one was, probably didn't have a job after that. Yes, one for the nightclubs, I think, because of the extended version. 8 minutes. So obviously that's a longer lonely night. Maybe that's a winter lonely night. What on earth would you do with that big blue thing there? Certainly wouldn't be good for your back. Maybe that's the idea. Maybe it's some kind of crystal for your innards. But the really arty thing on the other side there, it's like, yeah, lots of blue. Obviously they decided afterwards to go to Blue Bayou. Maybe. But yeah, definitely lots of interesting looks in that. In some respects it's like very 80s. It's kind of with all of that in trying to look futuristic, it's actually looking very 80s. And next up is the 12-inch from the UK version of Press. Let me do Press. And I've always kind of liked the stereo picture there, which features on the album too. Every track on the album has that same kind of layout, and I've always quite liked that. Now, I know some people, I think this is a bit of a sort of love it or hate it song from what I can gather reading from comments and stuff like that. I actually personally liked the song, and I always found that stereo picture there quite clever, to be honest. Though, whenever a perk mix, it sounds like some kind of juice with health benefits, doesn't it? And it's always best to have your claps above the hi-hat too, or your hi-hat below the claps perhaps. I don't quite know why the video soundtrack is on here. That always mystified me, to be honest. Unless they thought, oh well, let's have the sounds of the London Underground in the background maybe. Yeah, I never quite understood why they did that. But you do actually get a dub mix on this. Press, right there. That's it. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't resist that. I suppose you could do a Torch version of it, couldn't you? Coming to press, never like this. That's it, yes. Can you feel the stress? Don't just stand there. Coming to press, right there. That's it, yeah. Darling, I love you very, very, very much. And I really am relying on your touch. Okay, that's enough bluesy kind of torchy stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, I think on that note, on that pressing note, I shall bid you adieu, and hopefully you enjoyed this. And if you did, please do all the likes and subscribes and the bells and the whistles, and it's always wise to put the LP down before I do all of this, otherwise I could wind up with frisbees everywhere. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please take care of yourself, and hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Ciao.